I am so excited to be here with you and share today I'm getting the goosebumps even introducing her, a coaching client of mine, a private coaching client of mine, who I worked with privately with her spouse. And today I'm going to interview her privately, separately from her husband. And depending on when we put this out, you're going to see his experience separately. I just feel so gifted that I was able to help these two and just be there to support them in the journey and really just give them tools that they already have and bring it out. Now, some of you who are listening to this and be like, hey, I didn't know, Margo, you're doing coaching. It's going to be shared in a larger way. And I hope you enjoy this interview. And as always, if there's any questions, feel free to respond to the post or email, depending on how you're listening to this. So I'm going to let her introduce herself because how I introduce her is not going to do justice how special this woman is. So Pam, please introduce yourself, tell everybody who you are and all the beautiful things about you.
Wow. What an introduction, Margo. Thank you. My name is Pamela Nachmias. I'm a recent graduate in speech language pathology from Touro College, and I'm currently doing my clinical fellowship in a private practice. And I came to Margo, really, I'm so privileged to have met you, Margo, and to be here today. Thank you so much for having me. The reason why I came was because I wanted to learn from Margo how to have a conversation with my husband about money, or I should say how to have a civilized conversation with my husband about money. And yes, go ahead.
What was going on when you were like, hey, let me jump in and get a coach to talk about this? Was it constant issues or was it like one topper issue that it was like, I have to take care of this?
I think it was just my husband and I we wanted the same thing. The same end goal was to be on the same page, to agree about spending, to agree about budgeting. And we didn't have the tools to have a conversation about it. And the two of us together realized that we did need like a third person to step in and kind of mediate that in the beginning and then give us the tools that we could use to do it on our own.
And somebody who's listening to this, that's in the situation that is having problems possibly with a spouse, business partner, there's all forms of different people out there, right? Who you might need to have a budget conversation with. What would you say to them to take that first step as you did to walk into the process if they're full of fear and shame or maybe even guilt?
Fear or shame and guilt, just know that it's not your fault. That whatever situation that you're in, and we talk about like financial relationships all the time, a relationship with your spouse, a relationship with your business partner, it's not your fault that you're in the situation that you're in. Like, you likely had the best intentions and made the best decisions that you made at the time, knowing what you knew or knowing what you know currently. It's just that there's people out there who can help you and guide you to make the decisions that you want to make to have the life that you want to have.